Greetings, I'm Lice.
And I'm Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Woo!
I wanted to just shout, let's take a bath together. I really did.
We could do it.
And let's take a bath together. Woo!
At long last.
Oh my God.
Time to be clean.
I don't care if this is supposed to be romantic or sexy times or cute or anything. I just need to be clean in my soul.
Like God, I feel it.
It's like so hard.
My hair is a mess.
My body is a mess.
My dear children, my most dudes, please don't do the mess.
I don't do the mess.
Don't do the mess. The crystals,
especially
if you've ever had anxiety, God, it sucks. All right, let's do it.
Do not give your anxiety any help. It does fine on its own.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's take a bath.
Let's take a bath together.
I look at him very cautiously. Could we also maybe get the underclothes washed so, we could
could
not put them on again?
Please.
Because I doubt the rest of it would have time to dry. You know what if we just changed into different costumes for the second half of the party? That would be great.
That'd be
a lot
excellent.
of people do that. We could totally do that. And then we would have to touch these with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah,
and definitely
because the servants will go,
the stuff, like, especially since he's gotten warm and sweaty and we've been running
and
dancing.
like
his layers of crust have melted off him again and into the
it's
clothes,
soaked
and then hardened again and dried and Woo! So good he took a bath before he came into our shop and decided to dance for us.
Well, you know what? We're just gonna clean up the pool.
Gross, disgusting. Yeah.
Smelly. I can smell you all the way over here. I'm gonna die.
Really? I thought it was all over the castle. I thought we established
seriously,
it was all over the castle.
I mean, I guess you would have your private wings, which is fine. But again, I cannot tell. Like, the outside Disney castle looks amazingly big.
Looks
but
cute.
it also looks ridiculously preposterous in tiny little spires that make no damn sense and would break at the nearest soft wind.
Goodbye, Spire.
Again, so I'm like, why don't people have more?
That last week.
I'm not kidding though. Why don't people have more magician-like architects and designers? Because those bastards are hardcore.
Right.
They've made machinery. They've made Disney Castle functional. Like, screw that.
Fairy lights.
Who wants to be a magician of the Arcana? Screw that. I'm sorry, Astra. Your life is over. You are no good. You're bad at.
You know what you're doing?
And we're terrible too.
All you're really doing is like handing out herbs and telling people what your magical cards think might mystically be in their future based on vague interpretation and whatever they want to hear. You're not much better than a regular fortune teller. I'm just going to like shit on you right now and go, build machines, my dude. All right, nerd, what do you want to do with your life? You know what? Now that I've studied magic harder, and really it was the damn magic machine that got in my way and separated Julian and I want to buckle down into mechanics of magicianing. I want to be a magical engineer. I'm going back to
Honestly,
school.
that'd be cool as hell. And if you go on
I
an
am
adventure.
3 years old, and when I grow up, I want to be a magical engineer.
I want to be a magical engineer.
I am nerd. I'm 3.
That's right.
I'm 3.
Curls up in a corner. They're 3. They're 3. They're 3. They're 3. They're 3. I'm gonna cry. Portia. Are you alright? What's wrong? 3. Rolls over. Beats head in the corner.
I'm very advanced for my age. I'm very mature for my age. That's not making it better!
Anyway, keep.
There's older than 3 years of age. Are you really just like, you know what, brother, you should really date someone more wholesome. I support this.
Are you right?
Thank you.
I don't know what to do with wholesome if it smacked me in my non-existent ass. I got nothing here.
I like to pretend I don't know what wholesome is. Let me gently fix a piece of your hair on your face.
Soul escapes from body.
What you mean is
collapses.
wholesome is your kink and you will die from it.
Well, you really haven't had much support in your life, have you? So soft.
All right. This resounding slam. Thunderous. Everyone in the party. What was that? Nadia, shit, the ghost. Okay, Astra. There's a disturbance in the knot force.
There's a disturbance in the Arcana.
Actually, surprisingly, we've been alone
a lot. Actually,
it happens
this
constantly.
is not unique. in the
all
slightest.
the time. In fact, just recently, earlier today, we were quite alone in the dungeon going, how the hell did Portia leave and get lost? So, that was literally a couple of hours ago. So, I don't know, could have been many hours ago, but on the same day, because, lost in the time of
We
the
apparently
thing.
also have wine.
Who the hell came and set up this bathtub?
And then
with
we're going to put rotting
peonies
flowers
and flower petals? Like, really? Who did she have draw this bath and set it up like this before we got there?
It's okay. It's the Trey's bath. There's always popcorn.
It's always perfect, all the time. Yay! All bathtubs are in a constant state of this, kind of prepare if you are a monarch or a royalty of any kind. What you don't know about the royal life and what they don't show you on lifestyle YouTube videos is that their bathtub looks like this 24/7, just in case they have a whim. Whim!
Completely on a whim. You know what? I feel a craving need to have roses shoved up my ass.
You know what? It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I'm going to go get in my perfect bathtub that's very aesthetic. I love being rich! Servants, yes, we keep it fresh for you constantly. That is my one dedicated job. Who are you? Oh, I'm the bath attendee. Oh, God, I did that job once. Are you okay?
No, I just had to fish out the flowers.
And replace them constantly. And relight the candles all the time. I just need to make sure we're well stocked in candles, perfume, wine. I have to make sure the champagne's always the right temperature.
Oh, right.
Like
Constantly.
and that the wine is always properly aired.
Right.
Like, yes, that it's breathed properly.
Yes, yep.
It's okay. Because apparently he doesn't know how. All right, what is
Our
this
music?
Hang on, what is this music? I'm sorry.
This is so epic for it's like, do we have mites crawling all over us? We're gonna go to the Serengeti of death.
This feels very like Lion King. This is amazing. This is amazing. The epic bath scene. What we'll do is I'll crack
it off.
his clothing off him and peel it away from his skin.
Action scene. All right, ready? Go!
An action montage of them fighting to peel their disgusting clothes off each other. One scene
sweeping broad
slow motion of the dirt cracking away from his skin,
exploding. It's like no. It's BBC's this natural life, So that's what shoot and across the body. You see the epics. Everyone's being like, this is the most non-sexual, ripping off of clothes. Beautiful, amazing, high definition, extreme over-rendering of color, just a little bit too much.
Cracking away from the skin and flying out
in the air
from the clothing. Ah, yes. I love it. This water's gonna be wrecked, I tell you. Really? That's kind of cute.
That is kind of adorable.
Sure, you're a mess. You need it. I mean, he would need to be leaning forward and downward.
Yeah, he's got such a pep. Have my shoulders.
I would put my hands on your top. Bonk.
I mean, knowing, again, the bath attendee, it should be. I've checked.
Actually, the water is a perfect temperature, and since you have the great open air experience, it should be actually cooler than the general palace, which is full of people to the brim, which really raises the interior temperature quite a bit, So that's why we made sure that the curtains were drawn.
And plus, also, what you have is not the smell. And wow, you guys smell awful, by the way. Did you know that? Could you please take a bath? You're hurting me.
You totally, you know what? You really needed this bath, so it's good that you're here. I'm surprised that, that you're here at this time, but I am not displeased because you need it.
I was like, wow.
The whole setup is so ridiculous. Someone went, let's just set you up for romantic, sexy times during this really tense exterior experience of going, so... Are we going to have an overthrow of the government? So is the talk of the party that Julian actually survived the hanging? Does everyone think it was an interesting theatrical stunt on Nadia's part and going, wow, our monarch likes to, or our leader, sorry. Our countess actually likes to have more fun than ever. This is a great intrigue, a fun fake murder mystery.
Yes! Also, my favorite thing to think about as well is this feels like an Olaf comic.
Okay.
Where the one girl, poor thing, she's like, I always take a bath and it's so difficult, I can never get clean.
Oh, the erotic bathing.
The erotic bathing, and then
it's this horrible cycle.
So if you guys ever go look it up, I'm gonna warn you straight off the bat, it is an adult comic, so it's Olaf. But and and that's the name of the comic. It's the whole thing. They're Sunday strips. They come out every single Sunday. They're great fun. They're hilarious.
They are mature content.
But they are definitely mature. But the thing is, it's like, there's an older one where there's literally this person going, erotic bathing, she just can't get clean, because it's always that ridiculous posed, I look incredibly attractive
and
while
someone
I bathe.
shows up going, oh my god, you're beautiful, and they have this beautiful romantic scene at the sunset, and then she has to get herself clean again.
She can't do it, but every time she takes a bath, she keeps having a sexual interlude, because all the time she keeps going, I can never get clean!
And then you have this woman showing up just like scrubbing the heck out of herself, cleaning her nose and snorting the water, and she goes, what are you doing? She's like, bathing? Wait, you can do non-erotic bathing? Yeah! And then immediately they're both scrubbing unattractively. And you got the men going, ew.
Yeah, and it's great.
And it works.
Super
it's very
funny.
Good. All right, I love it. So good. Are you saying...
It's supposed to be a romantic, I'm sorry.
Sir, are you saying that if you knew you could bathe with me while your life was still technically in the balance, and the government hanging by a tenuous thread, and, threat of the plague coming back imminently, that you would have wanted to live because of bath time?
He's like, don't you understand? I have 60 times because I'm stressed out. This is a lot of pressure.
He's like, no, I get that, but I mean, you love bathing that much?
I know, I'm being called out. Will you please just get in the water and let me look attractive for 5 seconds? I'm only David Tennant meets frickin' David Bowie. Like, God, what do you want out of me? I'm made of legs and ridiculous music. What do you want?
I never said you were unattractive. Oh. Are you worried that you're not attractive?
Shit.
Didn't I tell you you look dashing? Are you insecure about your appearance as well? Do we need to put that on the list of your things for therapy?
No! I'm Titi Asra! What do you want? I am a catch, dammit!
Yes, good job. Quote Julian, I am a catch, damn it. The one, only cloth in the universe, the cloth.
That's because... We're trying not to let you have any ideas about what your character
We're trying not to tell you what you're wearing, but we know we're not wearing a dress, because otherwise we'd have thrown a cake in everyone's face.
Volta, ha!
You know what? Let me just
face pops up, knocks people out of the way to get the cake through. Ha!
Throw it in the face! Ha!
I am a slut for cake! Quick, blah!
I am the SeaWorld seals. Ha!
Oh God! I am abused and kept in a cage, and I love it. Except that would be more like Volta, not the animal.
Fish. Ha! Ha! No! I'm not getting into a robe while I'm that gross.
Disgusting!
I'm gonna walk naked straight across that room, just the way nature made me and unnature brought me back.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stroll my ass over there.
It's also like, oh, they're ridiculous. And why are they his style?
Why did you put the robe on?
Why
does Nadia have them in that color?
Why does Nadia have them be big enough for him? What?
Also, you can totally see his arm straight through this, so you should totally like the Julian bar is just censoring. Exactly what needs to be censored. The entire game, we designed all the visual design around this one scene. We put the dialogue right there, just so we can have no
censor bar.
So we have no junk in this scene. We're very clever.
We don't know what he's bodied like, though. We might be making an assumption about basically what his junk is, like in that sense.
I assume all junk is junk.
No. Like, oh, that's fair.
Like censoring anything. I didn't say no dongers. I said no junk.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that catch. Appreciate it.
Sure. I'm like, I was just like, we don't know what he has at all.
It's true.
But I'm just saying, in either case, it is totally censored by his name.
I'm also like, good job on the arms. I'm like, actually, you have arms. And I'm like, the front arms look great. Good job on the muscular structure. Like, that looks awesome. I'm a little confused by his hand.
Want his body hair to be ginger. I keep wanting that.
That would be
you're
so
always like
cute.
Chest hair, and I'm like, I want it to be ginger because you're a ginger.
Right?
The curtains don't match the carpet.
I've run into people who
No,
have,
I know body hair can be completely different colors. I know, but I think it's funny.
Like I've seen people who are ginger who actually have like blonde body hair, and you're like,
it's even
damn.
more pale.
Yeah, and you're like.
Whoa.
Like, and there are individuals who do have basically either potentially like higher levels of testosterone or that's just how their body pattern shows up.
Right.
But it's just like, and they have more hair, and you're like, you're blonde.
You're like, whoa.
You are blonde. And that's amazing! Like, because I wasn't expecting that, you know?
Why did we put these robes on to walk afoot to the bathtub? Have you been on a pirate ship?
Well, I think somebody pointed out that we missed apparently I guess, a memory or a moment where Julian talks about his life with the
Time at
pirates.
sea. Well,
Which
but
I'm
like,
like-
also a pirate. You're not like a respectable seafarer. You're actually a,
You're not like a corsair
illegal?
or a privateer.
You're like,
or,
I actually want to be out there breaking the law, because pirates are not legal.
Again, what he wants to do is be a doctor that fixes his own problems that he wants to make so that...
What I do, I got
He
in
can-
bar fights for 6 days, and every time I broke someone's nose, I set it for him afterwards, and I gave him,
And I charged him.
I gave him a coagulant, I gave him a coagulant to stop the bleeding, and then I gave him some painkiller, and then I gave him a bill.
Yep. They're like, you're welcome. Pay me.
They're like, you know what? I'm gonna break your nose. I'm gonna try again. I don't care if you were winning.
Fuck
All right.
it.
What?
Hey.
I bet they're oils and perfumes and things. That's
sounds
appropriate.
right. It smells like seahorse ass.
Ugh.
Sorry. Oh, look at the head.
There it is. There's the face. That's what you wanted.
I'm
This
sorry.
whole game. That's all Scandal has been waiting for.
I have been
that
waiting because
face.
I'm just like, I like it when people are genuinely happy and smiling. Like, honestly, like,
It's
so one
very
of the things,
cute.
maybe it's my life of like, I have definitely gone in for so much angst. So I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I feel like you might misunderstand me, but I'm like, I have been there for the dark and the grim and the gritty and the whatever the crap, and I've loved the crap out of it. But honestly, as
Yep,
I've gotten
the
older, as
taboo.
time has gone on, it's like, you know what? Real, honest rebellion is having a good damn time. I love that.
Taking care of yourself.
Like, that is the most amount of thing, if you want to basically fight back, taking care of yourself is the ultimate act of rebellion.
It's true.
People are
Because
encouraged
society,
way too much.
in general, does not take care of you. The
Yeah.
way we structure ourselves, people, like, the world doesn't take care of you.
Uh-huh.
But if you take care of yourself, it is actually outside of the norm. What
And
we
also
mostly do-
taking care of each other. I will say, like, being rebellious involves taking care of each other and taking care of yourself.
That's so
Like,
cute.
I'm like,
But also,
yes,
like, hey, good thing we got the Nevivon memory, otherwise we wouldn't know what this means.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing I think that bothers me about some of the premium options sometimes, is they were always called back to them. And if we hadn't bought the one with Pasha talking about the salt, that they made as a family, and
Right.
the whole, his hijinks in reference to, the salt bandits and such.
Right.
We're the salted bandits.
The assaulted bandits.
Salted bandits. Anyway.
They assaulted us.
We were assaulted. Anyway, this wouldn't make any sense. Because I would go, fresh from Nevimon. How do you know that? Why is it a nostalgic smell? And I'd want to ask as a character, because that would be a time to get to know this person.
Yep.
But I don't think it's going that direction, because it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to ask here.
Right?
Without checking to see if the water had already had it applied to it, and was already salted. Which, sometimes
I mean, that
salts
bath is
are
really
already
big.
in the salts, but it's already been prepared
Yeah.
clearly, so
I'm a little
that's
confused.
fine. I support him.
I don't know what this is, but it smells good.
Julian, if we're sharing the bath, why aren't you consulting me on any of this? Do you know I might have preferences for the way I smell, or I might have skin sensitivities, or things that I don't necessarily want in the water, or might not be good for my hair, which is very different than yours? I'm glad you're excited about the bath, but you seem like you don't consider me very often as excited as you are about me.
Why? It sinks into water. Bubbles.
I still like you. Julian, brine. I love brine. It's my favorite. Rotting seaweed and
Rotting
tide
fish.
pools and dead fish. The smell of a nice wet whale.
That's about to explode.
Ugh. It's all right.
Which is actually a thing. So if anybody ever tells you that exploding whales are not a thing, they are genuinely a thing. So rotting whale carcasses will eventually explode.
They will burst
Period.
because of the gas in their stomachs.
And
It's
if you want
fine.
something even more horrible, sometimes human bodies do that too.
So, beings with digestive, internal digestive systems, rather than an absorption system, etc., rather than, where they have, actually an organ digestive tract.
Right.
If that is sealed in whatever way when they're dead, the gases internally, when decomposition happens, continue to expand.
And they get stronger and stronger.
And if there is not an out, there is eventually a burst.
Yep.
So that is your disgusting lesson about things for today, which you don't actually have to find that disgusting. I've actually read some really cool books on decomposition and how nature reclaims corpses that are really fascinating,
Right.
honestly. But in general, you don't really want to think of that experience.
Especially when we're taking a bath. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, guys.
lovely.
I'm like, you know what?
Romantically sets the tone, exploding whale carcasses.
Julian, So, that was basically my entire book, so you can blame it on him. He's okay, he's a doctor.
And he's like, it's great, I loved it. So, you see, you can't treat whales with leeches, but, when they explode on the horizon at sunset, it's beautiful.
Oh, God. All right, okay.
All right. Can you imagine him lifting his leg all the way up? Because this looks like a raised bath with the way everything is.
It kind of does.
So, you're, up over the edge and then just ping, flamingo style. Why did you leave the robe on? Oh my God,
because
why did
it's
you
a bathing
leave the robe
robe
on?
It's a bathing robe. Do you not know what those are?
I don't know the culture of bathing robes.
Oh yeah, so in some cultures they definitely do have them. It's not common, but it is actually a thing that happens. So some of them are like, you put on a robe to go bathe.
Okay, and you just leave it on the whole time because otherwise you're indecent.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. I was actually unaware, so I learned something today. I will probably look that up.
I can't remember
more.
exactly which ones. I know there are ones even where they're going, if you're going to have, for example, I think even going, you can have, mixed bathing, and that's also the one where they go, you have to go
Did
put
you
on
really
clothes.
flip your part to the other side just so you could look at me over your shoulder?
Uh-huh, except his eye is going that way, straight forward. Not looking back at you, but, I'm just going to look off that way.
I mean...
I love sunrises. It's been there for hours.
No,
I love it.
He's looking at us
oh dang! I forget that his actual. I'm a dork. I keep thinking the main part of his eye is red for some reason.
the iris is red.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's
okay. He's looking straight at us, but actually cocking your eye that hard can be sort of uncomfortable for some people. But I'm just you really did. You reached up into your hair, you parted it to the other side like an edgelord, and then looked over your shoulder at us. That's amazing.
He's like, I am hot. What do you want? Come here.
Yep. And moving his part to the other side, like a nerd. Yes. You assume you just put all kinds of stuff in it, my dude.
Oh, damn big! He blocks the entire side.
Right? You have to move this giant.
He sat right in your way and stretched out as large as possible. Which is really easy to do, considering him.
Snow angel pose.
It feels so good. He's just I am so gross right now, and I'm
also I appreciate that you want to sit there and look cute and all that, but could you get down in the water and clean yourself?
Please.
Because I'm going to do that. That is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to climb in next to you and sit quietly next to you, even if that's what's written on the page. That's not what I'm going to do.
You're going to be excuse me, cannonball! Scrub.
The water's fine. Excellent. Just puts my head in first and slurps in like a slug and lays on the bottom of the pool. Letting
Revitalization.
Soak and all the air and dirt just rise up off of me to the surface.
Julian.
It's it's okay. I mean, you must have had a cloud floating off of you, Jenny, when you first got in.
No! My sexy moment, he's ruined.
I didn't say you're not sexy. Wanting to clean yourself can be very sexy. It just means the water's not sexy. You're fine. And I keep going down further until it gets to my face and my hair and everything else.
My whole existence. No, stop me! I said this is nice. Not last time I got it. Stop it! I took a bath. I swear, a week ago.
I appreciate that, but it wasn't this nice, eh? Okay, I support you.
I hate you, you bubble monster. Without any fighting, why are you doing?
Looks up from the bottom of the bath. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Oh, look at that! I'm my own pit axolotl down there.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Thumbs up. First I'll be a chameleon, then an axolotl. I love it. I will be a reptile and an amphibian. You watch me.
A reptifibian.
Reptifibian. I'm a fibditile. Down in the water.
He's like, I can reach you because I'm really freaking tall. I'm just gonna go.
And as he
his
brushes,
legs or his knees are up by his goddamn shoulder.
Oh no! It's a Witcher style bath, and he's up there.
He's like, I got it. I gotta tell you, so I still think the funniest thing, I think I mentioned it in our review actually of The Witcher over on our literature channel. But the thing that makes me laugh is so Henry Cavill actually talks about, so there's a scene in the Netflix Witcher. If you haven't seen it yet, it's super damn funny. But basically, The Witcher, you know, there's Geralt and he's all in the bath, right? And there's a classic scene from the video game where he's got his feet all propped up on the edges and he looks really ridiculous because he's supposed to be hot. And apparently Henry Cavill was so delighted by that, and he was so excited when they got to the scene. He tried everything possible to get his legs propped up on the sides to recreate it perfectly.
But the bath was too big and he couldn't do it.
But Julian could
His legs are long enough, even with a big, luxurious Nydia-style bath, he could just prop his feet up and have his knees up and be
So basically,
adorable.
this is what I respect. So he reached down and just go, Bella.
And then as he gently brushes our shoulder, we're like, okay, we're coming up for air. Hello.
You're like, it's okay.
I'll just prop my arm on your leg casually. Hi, how are you?
I'm clean.
Hi,
Excuse me while I scrub myself.
I am lightly clean. Now I will wash.
Time to
Yay.
get.
All right. Was Asriel your last company? How many years has it been? Did you have it in whatever city you were in when, you know, you weren't here for years running away from your past? Why don't you tell me about your nice company? I'm curious.
No, it's fine. So I just got to talk about you now. Can we not talk about this? It's really fine.
You literally just compared me to the other company you had. I want to know how good they were. I want to hear about them. What did you like about
Oh God,
them?
have I been doing that the entire time?
You might have been. Comparing
God,
me to
I am-
all of your previous experiences.
I still look at you like you're aren't I?
You might be.
Oh God.
You know, I do have a lot of his mannerisms since, you know, he raised me. Did I mention I'm 3?
As Julian just is going, and now I want to drown myself. Excuse me, a human being can drown themselves in 2 inches of water, and that's what I'm going to do.
And we have a lot more than 2 inches here.
So this will be a pinch. Watch this. Watch my magic trick.
I just saved your life. Could you not?
Oh.
Gives him big googly eyes. Could you just live, please? Worked really hard for all of this.
Brain, but you're 3.
Then I gently put his hand into the water and start cleaning
And
it.
go, ah, you're so clean. Put my face in water. And he's like, this is the most unsexy.
We suddenly just got out of the bath again? Poof! Out of the bath! Out of the bath! I'm so afraid by the fact that you're a 3-year-old. I just pop! Dry! Instantly! Poof! Hello, what? Hey! I didn't say that. You scared the water right off of me.
You scared the dirt right out of my soul.
I'm sitting in the water going, how the hell did you just poof out of the water completely dry?
No.
Wow, that's like that one of those like the silhouette of you in the water droplets after you were standing gently dropped down to the water, like amazing, like cartoon dust cloud style. That was wild.
I just want to pat his fingers. I'm like, you have fingers.
Well, I don't recognize it, so good thing Nerd does.
I don't Good you recognize it, nerd, because goddamn it, they have been no hints at all in regards to what this expression is, that expression is. I'm like, I don't have an expression.
This is his rescue, your expression, but you're not in any danger, so it means I have to do something to be
bites
useful.
his lip and his nostrils flare. Through previous experience, I know that this is, I will do anything for you face, coming in 3, 2, 1, oh!
I am lost. It's okay. We're fine.
It's okay.
What?
Hi.
Those are my options? I know this. Look, he's trying to feel useful because he doesn't feel useful. Like, what I got from that was previous character experiences, what he's done when he's not feeling like he's doing anything to add to the situation, he wants to add to it. So if Nerd knows that look and he's going, he wants to, you know, basically serve me in some fashion, he's not panicking, but he's going, no, I need to be useful. I still need to be valid and relevant. So neither of those, I should be addressing the fact that he feels like he's not good enough just being there and needs to do something.
I know, being like, you know what, we could help each other.
Also being
like not, let me take care of you, or you need to take care of me.
You just got up and out of the bath like a shot. I'm not really like, I need you, or let me take care of you. I'm like, are you okay?
Uh-huh.
Are you okay?
My homie.
Julian.
Hools.
Hools, my dude. Hools. Apparently, that's what you're not
dies
trying to call you.
Please don't call me that.
Please don't call me Hools.
He's
No,
like,
I'm just good. My buddy Hools. Didn't you? You hated those masks, didn't you? God, they were so ugly.
I'm really expecting, honestly, Lucio to like bust in here going, what the hell are you guys doing?
Oh, having fun on my time, are you? Well, if I can't take a bath, you don't get to either. Bust open the side of the tub. Water
rushes everywhere.
Tidal waves out. Burst the door open. Both of us in bathing robes, scattered onto, just slung onto the floor out in the hallway. Oh, hello, Pasha.
Cool.
I don't know which to choose. I don't like either of them.
I don't either.
Like,
again, I would go for more of a mutualism thing of being like, it's okay. Like, I will validate that you need to have some of this, but
like
also
one of these says,
trying that thing of going, let's do this together.
Yeah, one of these says, sure. And one of these says, no, I'll handle it. And the other one goes, yes, I am submissive to you. And neither of them really just validates his experience as equals. Yeah. So me, Lies, I'm a big fan of equals. Like, not necessarily equals in all things. Like, one of you can be like the most talented violin player in the world, and the other one can be like an expert brain surgeon, or you can just be like one of you the best scrapbooker in the world, and the other one just a king at killing conversations. Like, you don't have to have socially meritable, quantifiable, skills in the way of like, they're my career. But you're still equals in the way you treat each other and handle situations.
Right.
And this can't do that, so I'm not sure where to go with it. I think Scandal likes that too.
Yeah, no, that's typically my experience as well, especially because
also the text of I need you is so much bigger. I know it's just because of squishing it in the text box, like I know it, but it looks like I look at Julian and I go, I need you to help me, wash my feet, because every time I try and stand up in here, I fall over with all the oils.
It's very slippery.
All right, I'm gonna let you handle this one because I got nothing.
Oh God, you're gonna have me do it. So the thing is, so based off of all previous experiences, it seems like mostly what the game has been trying to teach you is to take it away from him because he does dumb shit.
Okay.
Sometimes though, we've been wrong. I have no idea. I don't know what a right choice is.
Like we made the bad choice because I don't know which ones are the right or wrong. So we're still playing this blind, and I don't know which one is a right or a wrong choice. But it does feel like the game is very dichotomized. That there is a poor choice you get punished for. But on the other hand,
very frustrating in that sense of going, I don't want to treat him like a child, and I don't want us to be treated like a child either. That thing of going, no, let me just take care of you. Because also going, while it's cute, like, there's a level of infantilization that bothers me in terms of also how so many romantic relationships are portrayed, of going, no, let me just completely take away your agency or your choice. But we've had issues with this game to begin with anyway, of going like, Astra's going like, we're not going to talk to you about anything. Going like, Astra, you're not letting us decide. Yeah. Well, you're not allowed to have this conversation if, you don't have a single headache. That's the only time you're allowed to do that. And it's like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it's so controlling, and I'm just like, I don't like the game basically going, no, this is fine. And I'm like, it's not fine.
So, I need you sounds so immediate and demanding in a way that I don't understand, and we don't have that kind of rapport, but also in the, hey, is there anything I can get you, anything I can do for you? Right? And saying, I need you, I don't even know what that would mean.
I also don't want an exchange of like, I'll do something for you if you do something for me. While that can be sort of equalizing, in some ways it can be really like this weird give and take, like...
Also, I feel like this is inappropriate because it's like, what I would really want to do, me, again, the game has told me that what's important about this story is that we are supposed to figure out the murder, and we are supposed to be working for Nadia. That is what the game has told me is important about my position as a person, what's important about Nerd's position. Right. Now, the game structure itself outside of the game is telling me that I'm trying to date Julian, and that's the fun part of this, but I also get to experience the story along the way. Right. And I'm having dissonance. I'm not really dating him, or just sort of like... Or have a romantic experience with him. Right. Anyway, and so I'm having a dissonance between these two of going, what's the priority? But if I'm here, we should be bathing in a utilitarian, but, laid-back fashion so we can get it done and go back to what we're supposed to be doing after having rested ourselves, like taking a break at work. 30 minutes off, or an hour for your lunch break. You go and you bathe and you clean up and you rest your mind and then you come back. Having a lot of, like, romantic, deeply intimate or complex sharing times isn't really... going to be the focus of the situation. But that was the thing also where you were complaining about the dance scene. So while, again, the dance scene was cute, I think the biggest thing that Liza is saying here is just going, like, it feels like it's not matching up what we're trying to do, which is to save his ass at this point, I think. It doesn't fit in with the your life is still theoretically in danger. Whether or not in danger from the people who might just be like, you know what? We were just the coolest shits all the time, this whole populace. Because now that you fake killed Julian and you're going to play it off as, oh, he's here at the party now, we're all just going to think that's the most awesome troll ever. Be like, punked! We were on one of those shows, yay!
Right? Especially also in the sense, for me, I'm like, I feel like you should have weird little, like, random questions that don't necessarily mean anything. Honestly, I don't know. I'm just going, would you like to take a bath and eat? And have a conversation. Like, little, like, site, like, just to give you kind of interesting, like, basically flavor text choices.
Right.
But I'm like, so that's why I'm like, we picked this option. So again, this is not to dunk on this necessarily, but I'm like, for me, I'm going like, pick this is because for us, obviously, we've been hammering home how gross we are.
Right?
Because to us,
we really just
like,
want to bathe. And you know what?
I like the Studio Ghibli moments of where you take time to go and feed yourself, sit in the comfort and quiet, drink some tea, do whatever.
I'm gonna say, let me take care of you, because that need for me is such a strong word. Like, required, desperate. You need oxygen. You need to,
right?
Like, eat
but
food.
It's like, you could go like, I want you, rather than
like,
I need you. Because need is, is like,
really
you're
intense.
necessary for my existence.
You're always trying to serve. You always think that you need to provide some sort of service to be desirable, useful, or interesting.
Right? It's not really in my sprite, but that's okay.
Why don't you get back in the bath?
Right?
I'll help you. And gently lead him back into the bathtub so I can help him wash.
I think also in some way, being like, I'm a stick my You're like, also, I'm like, again, that sort of feels this weird level of I'm going to control you.
Talk. Like I
let
would
him
let
have
him
his
talk.
discomfort. Like, we could have a conversation about going, why do you feel like in every situation we've been in, or in a lot of them it feels like for me, to service me?
Right. Why do you feel like you need to do so many things for me?
I have told you over and over again that we're in this together.
And that you have value all by yourself. You deserve to be cared for too. You also deserve to be valuable without being either subject to or providing care. Just existing.
Right. You are a person. You deserve to exist.
Oh, God. So, did someone just get a knife in the gut? Because that's the face.
Julian! Yes!
Julian, please don't tell me you're going to pull out the knives now.
Oh, dear.
This is complicated. Go ahead and talk if you have something to say.
Okay, so there's a question of consent here, and I know some people will bring it up. Again, this is a game, so I'm not saying I shame you for enjoying this content, but it's one thing to consider of in a real-life situation. Sometimes a lot of people have basically going like, I need you to just shut up. I'm going to force you to stop talking.
If you stop talking, then we don't have to discuss what's going on, so we don't have to be aware of what's going on, and there's plausible deniability, or there's ambiguity, and that's just how I like it.
So
it's more romantic if it's ambiguous, if you don't have to specifically say it in some people's minds. I would just let him speak.
I would too.
Yeah, like trying to kill yourself all the time. Hey, we'll work on that one soon. In the meantime, can I clean under your nails?
I suppose. Well,
you know, they have these really cool like little picks here on the side, like the little wooden ones, so I can gently clean under your nails.
Oh.
Do you want to do mine?
Sure.
Okay.
You first.
Sure.
Ready?
Put hand gently in water, gently works grime out from under nails.
We're gonna die of scents. Oh my god.
With a perfume? I thought you washed it and then perfumed it, but that could be a culture I'm unfamiliar with.
Yeah, that's true.
Hang on. We were against him. We move all the way across the vastness of the bath and pick up a sandalwood oil, and he just pushes it over there like,
I became a Kirby character in about 5 seconds.
Like just plowing through the water with his thighs just whoosh over the edge to be like, I am here! Plep! Sandalwood me, my dear!
I'm here! Coming over to you like a normal person!
Like just picturing him just standing there, just plowing through the water like, that's amazing.
Is it perfume?
Is it a perfume or a shampoo?
What?
I find a perfume.
It's just in a perfume bottle?
Maybe? Was it perfumed shampoo?
Or I thought it was a perfume bottle that smells like shampoo.
I don't know.
Or
smells like
sandalwood.
I don't know. Like, not super important. It's now shampoo.
Right.
If it was ever not shampoo, it's now shampoo.
Right. I mean, you are kind of made out of bones.
Ever washed your hair? Like, as the oldest kid, like, did you never wash your siblings' hair? Just, you know how to get your hair washed. You're fine. Yeah, you got
I'm
almost
just
all
gonna
the
die.
you got almost all the flower petals out in like one trip across the pool. That was awesome. We're gonna die when we walk on that floor because the oil that floated on the top of the water is totally covering the tile now. But I'm for it.
I love essential oils of slipperiness.
It feels like Julian isn't that used to affection, isn't that used to intimacy, isn't that used to being cared for,
Or
isn't that
vulnerable.
used to being friends, isn't that used to being open, isn't that used to being part of a team or in teamwork. It feels like he isn't that used to community or social at all, really,
Uh-huh.
to me.
Which is weird, considering how intensely, like, family-oriented.
Compliments are good. But if someone's got low self-esteem, that is not the root of the problem, like the
You should be-
solution. I mean, you should get clean too and be comfortable, and we should make a plan for what we're going to do when we leave this place.
Alright.
It never is. We never have enough variables. Neither of us are good at asking questions.
Apparently, we also aren't good at talking. It's fine.
The only one you missed. Could you not make the knife face, really? I appreciate that you had some kind of experience in that bar when they were pulling the dagger out of their body, but I don't know how to connect to it, so maybe a different expression?
Right.
I wish you would say those words, because it'd really be valuable, because if I assume there's 1,000 words there, I can feel them, but I don't actually know what they are, it doesn't mean we're having clear communication. It just means you're having strong feelings, and I'm having strong feelings, and those strong feelings can mean very different things to different people, and can have very different ramifications if we don't talk about what our expectations and understandings are.
It's true.
And I say, when we're done with this, and everything's over, how about you tell me everything you were thinking when that happened, and I'll listen.
Right?
In some fashion that I don't know, because why do we
And we
have
can't.
to? Because I go, if I stay here, I'm going to fall asleep, because I've had a day.
Like, tired. Also, we've got so much more to do.
Much
like,
as I
damn.
don't want to. I didn't wash
Pins.
my hair, but since you don't know how to care for my hair,
Well, I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
I'll do mine.
I can show you. How about that?
I can
Would
teach
that
you
be
about
neat?
it even. That could be super fun. Let's see if they have the right stuff here.
Right?
Just in case you don't know, if you haven't seen our Arcana character on our Tumblr or anything like that, we've had some wonderful fan art of them done. It's so cool. But Nerd has dreads.
Yeah.
So they have I don't know, probably C4 hair, like tight natural hair. Like so. Anyway, and they keep it in dreads.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, which of course requires very different care than his hair.
Yep. All right, so
With our hair
in
still
scene.
down.
All right, cool.
Portia's
so
waiting for us. All right.
honestly, we could really stop here. So you
Yeah.
guys, this has been Scandal,
And I have been Lies.
and it was great
playing with you.
Bye.